It's little Joe the Wrangler, he'll wrangle nevermore. His days with the Remuda, they are done. 'Twas a year ago, last April, he joined the outfit here. Just a little Texas stray and all alone. It was long late in the evening when he rode up to our herd. On a little old brown pony he called Chaw. With his brogue and shoes and overalls, a harder looking kid you never in your life had seen before. His saddle was a southern cack built many years ago. An OK spur on one foot idly hung. His hot roll in a cotton sack was loosely tied behind, and a canteen from his saddle horn he'd hung. He said he had to leave his home, his pa had married twice, and his new ma beat him every day or two. So he saddled up old Chaw one night and lit a shuck this way. Thought he'd try and paddle now his own canoe. He said he'd do the best he could if we'd only give him work, though he didn't know straight up about a cow. So the boss, he cut him out a mount and kinda put him on, for he sorta liked the little stray somehow. We taught him how to herd the string and learn to know them all, to round them up by daylight if he could, to follow the chuck wagon and always hitch the team, and help the cocinero rustle wood. We'd driven to Red River and the weather had been fine. We were camped down in a south side in a bend, when a norther commenced a-blowin' and we doubled up our guards, for it took all hands to hold the cattle then. Little Joe the Wrangler was called out with the rest, and scarcely had the kid got to the herd, when the cattle they stampeded like a hailstorm round they flew, and all of us were riding for the lead. 'Tween streaks of lightning we could see a horse out far ahead. It was little Joe the Wrangler in the lead. He was riding old Blue Rocket with a slicker above his head, trying to check the leaders in their speed. At last we got them milling and kinda quieted down, and the extra guard back to the camp did go. But one of them was missing, and we all knew at a glance 'twas our little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. Next morning just at sunup we found where Rocket fell, down in a washout 20 feet below. Beneath his horse, mashed to a pulp, his spurs had rung the knell. 'Twas our little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. Our little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. Many months has come and gone since I wandered from my home in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Though a page of life has turned and a lesson I have learned, I feel like in those hills I still belong. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Now as I stand here today, many miles I am away from the place I rode my pony through the draw, where the oak and blackjack trees kiss the playful prairie breeze in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Oh, Osage, in those Oklahoma hills where I was born, where the black oil rolls and flows and that snow white cotton grows, in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Well, away down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. In those Oklahoma hills where I was born.